Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Life here, Life Lessons Comp. Psylocke just got a character reveal trailer, Mutant Yokai Slayer. So I'm very excited about it. We see this is what her design is. We saw this about a day ago, actually, and we're gonna look out at her trailer, kind of see what she does. Like I said, I think this design is really cool. Kind of reminds me of Akali from League of Legends a little bit. But all in all, really cool design. Can't wait to see what they're about to show us. One of the things I do want to say before we get into it is, if you're interested in Marvel Rivals, whether it be just gameplay, discussions, feel free to do the things, the likes, the subs, what have you. You're going to be seeing a lot more Marvel Rivals content coming out of this channel in the very near future. We're going to be doing, like I said, gameplay discussions, meta discussions. We might be doing some guides here and there as well. So, like I said, that sounds like something you're interested in. Feel free. But let's get into it.
Psylocke's sword remains sharp.
Okay, so they have the butterfly aesthetic.
Step aside.
Ooh, okay. Dash.
Out of sight.
Oh. We disappeared? Oh, okay, wow. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right. December 6th. I can't wait. I cannot wait. What's this? Oh, shoot. That's curious. That is very curious. I want to say I think this is like a Moon Knight reference. I think that's what this is, which is very. It's like, okay, so I guess that's letting us know like maybe Moon Knight might be the next person they announce. This might be a trend where like after everybody's trailer, we might end up getting like a reference to the next character. So this is exciting. We see Psylocke is a duelist, so that's cool. And let's check out, essentially, let's look back through this and kind of analyze a little bit, see what we might be able to pick up from what they showed. So, we start off, the spiders, like this is kind of, I guess, like the robotic spiders that Penny drops, and maybe this is like a Spider-Man spider, I don't know. And they're following Psylocke. I don't know if that has something to do with the story, maybe. That might be interesting. And so we're seeing this, butterfly aesthetic that she has. I think that her voice actor is very nice. One of the first things I've noticed right now is that she's on a rooftop. And so, mind you, if you're familiar with like Overwatch, for example, if anybody remembers when Overwatch was first coming out, I think the first character they announced after the original cast was Anna. And it was interesting because in her trailer, they showed her like at a high point on the map Anubis. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, maybe she has a grappling hook. Turns out it was just cinematic. So, sometimes, mind you, not saying that they're the same, they're clearly not the same game, but sometimes it could just be cinematic to show her on top of rooftops. But possibly she might have some aerial mobility. She is a duelist. Also, you notice like her scarf is kind of like translucent a little bit. That might mean that like that's a visual indicator of like maybe she holds charges or something by chance. So very interested to see what that's about. And like I said, she might have some vertical mobility. We do know, however, she has horizontal mobility with the dash. It's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if she's gonna have like a Genji sort of play style. If you're familiar with Overwatch, and I'm just saying that because we saw, in the prior well, in the footage that's going to come in a second, she basically is like doing slashes with her sword, and I'm wondering, well, what do her basics look like? Is the sword her basics, or is that just her ultimate? And if it is her ultimate, she kind of seems like a Kunoichi character. Maybe she has some shuriken. So not saying she's going to have a deflect, but who knows? It's just kind of reminiscent of Genji. So. And then this right here, she has, by the way, the map looks amazing. Map looks absolutely amazing. But this invisibility thing that she's got going on, very interesting. very interesting indeed. I guess one of the things I think about is in the game of Valorant, right? There's a character named Yoru, and Yoru has the ability to go invisible as well. But the thing is, how do you balance that? In that game, the invisibility, like, if Yoru is near an enemy opponent, the opponent doesn't know where Yoru is, but knows that Yoru is in the general vicinity because, like, their screen kind of gives them an indicator. And so I wonder how they're going to balance what seems like invisibility. Obviously, I could be wrong, but what seems like it could be invincibility. I wonder how they would balance that. Hey. Now this right here, right? I find it interesting. It's like, it's kind of like she activates it right here. Yeah, so she dashes in, right? And then she activates it. And I'm wondering, you notice when she activates it, she creates this thing on the bottom of the floor, right? So it's like, is it an install where it's just like she can channel it and then activate it? There's a lot of different characters that can do certain things like that in other games as well, where it's like they'll activate their ultimate and then they have a certain amount of time to actually initiate it. I need to get a little bit more experience with how Winter Soldier operates, but I know that, you know, he activates his ultimate and then he can kind of, like, after a certain amount of time, or within a certain amount of time, he can kind of reactivate it. So it might be that sort of thing. But one of the things I've noticed too is because there's like this floor right here, does that mean that she's only allowed to activate those slashes within this area, like this area of effect, or can she like just use them freely, you know? So I'm kind of curious about that. It seems like they're doing a considerable chunk of damage though. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, if you look closely, the amount of damage that's actually being done, it looks like it starts right here and goes to here, which is like, I don't know, what is that? Maybe like 100 and a little bit over 100, maybe 115, 120 maybe HP. So yeah, we'll just have to see more with that, see like if there's anything else that she can do, but still a decent amount of damage, mind you. Now, I presume if, you know, you're hitting like one opponent instead of all four, two or three slashes would take them out. Yeah, so all in all, that is Psylocke. She looks really cool. Interested to, you know, get more information as we go forward, but I think she looked really nice and looks really nice. And once again, like I said, if you guys are interested in gameplay discussions, meta-analysis, just generally interested in the game, feel free to do the things. All right, I'll get you guys. Peace.